Hey people, Jonathan here. As I told you in the last video in this channel, I recently updated my photography gear, and today I want to talk about possibly the widest and fastest lens you can get for microfourthirds mount. As you read in the title, I'm talking about the Lumix 14mm 2.5 with the Sony VCL-ECU1 0.75 wide-angle converter. So doing a bit of math, the 14 becomes roughly a 10.5mm f2.5, that is a 21mm full frame equivalent. Obviously it's not the widest a microfourthirds lens can get, but counting the aperture, there are no lenses that are as fast and as wide as this one. There is the Panalike 12mm f1.4 that is super cool, but it's a bit tighter, and the Lumix 8 to 18mm f2.8 f4 that is anyway it's not as fast, not even mentioning the 7 to 14mm always by Lumix that I recently sold, as you saw in the other video, and yeah, it's an f4 lens, so no. The only faster and wider lenses are the 7.5mm f2 and the 10mm f2, always by Laowa. Yeah, I think that it's Laowa, something like that. But they don't sport autofocus. Not that it's necessary at such wide fields of view, but it's always a cool thing to have when, I don't know, doing vlogging or taking pictures or stuff like this. So yeah, that's why I think that it's the best compromise you can get. The best thing will be using the Lumix adapter, the DNW GWC1 thing, but as I said in the other video, the gear update video, it's out of production at the moment, so it's very hard to find. I think that it's pretty impossible to find it on the market. Luckily there are a few alternatives to the Lumix wide-angle converter, and one of these alternatives is the Sony VCL-ECU1 that I'm using also right now, and that I talked about it in the other video, the gear update video, of course. And this converter by Sony is designed for 28mm lenses for full frame that are the equivalent of the 14 by Lumix, and it sits almost perfectly on this converter, so it doesn't it's almost perfect. The overall shape of this option is not that huge, and obviously you can choose to use the 14 with the converter or without the converter, so you have multiple options. And 14 alone is a great match with my GX80, that is a tiny camera, my big cam that I use for photography especially, and because yeah, it's a bit smaller than the G80, so I prefer to shoot photos with that one, and I prefer to shoot videos with the G80, of course. So using the 14 with the GX80 is like great, because you can go and like do street photography and walk around without being noticed, because it seems you have some kind of compact camera. People don't think that it's an interchangeable lens camera, of course, because it's very tiny. So that's all about this combo, and I'm leaving you with some tests with and without the converter so that you can see the difference. And these are the tests that I was searching for in the last months that I didn't find, so I hope that if you're interested in this subject, you will find this video interesting because you're interested. So let's go with the comparison. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Subscribe, hit like, comment, write me everything that you want, and see you in the next video.